What is up, Foot Nation? Today I'm taking the Am I Gay test to figure out if I'm gay or not. Funny story about me. The first person I ever kissed was actually a guy. Not really funny, but but it's a thing that happened. All right. Have you ever had feelings for a same gender close friend? I don't really think so, but yeah, people have been. Yeah, that's the thing that's happened. Okay. So I thought I was gonna be able to look at the rest of the options, but okay. Have you ever kissed someone or wanted to kiss someone of the same gender? So I have kissed someone of the same gender a couple times. Let's say three times from my memory. And it was pretty it was pretty good. Another funny gay thing is that me and my homeboy, we have this picture on the back of our phones. That's like kind of whatever. Okay, how do you feel about queer characters in TV shows and movies? Well, I think gay people are awesome. I think it adds an extra level of spice that's really cool. All right. I like the positive. Definitely stands out to me. Like Huaru and Shinji Ikari from the Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've totally watched shows. I've never watched a show just for them. Like I never watched a show. It's like, oh my God, these it has a gay character. I really need to watch it. I kind of feel like I can identify with the queer characters. Not really, bro. I just like it. I like the positive representation, but they don't stand out to me. That's the best answer. When someone asks you who you're crushing on, a name comes to mind, and it's someone of the same gender? Nope. Okay. Make up a name or pick someone random. How about someone who, yeah. Okay. Has anyone ever asked you? I think this is a question that everyone has ever. This is a question that everyone has been asked. This is a nothing burger. Okay. People pretty much assume that about me all the time. Um, no one as directly as, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has. Okay. I mean, this is like the most accurate. A lot of people look at me as like, wow, this guy's gay. When you imagine being in a relationship, here's the thing, all right, here's the thing where I'm on the fence. I would pretty much always pick a girl over a guy. Pretty much always. Like when I imagine my future life, I imagine it with a woman. I seldom imagine it with a guy, unless it's like fleeting fantasies, but it's not ever like something I think about for a while. So this is like, but it's like I would fuck a dude. I made out with dudes and enjoyed it in a sexual manner. But I don't really love men like that, which is kind of sad. Anyways, rambling aside, when you imagine being in a relationship, what do you picture? I can only see myself with someone of the same sex. I don't know. Any gender seems okay. Uh, I'll probably I'll do this one. I'll do this. So it's not letting me select it. I believe my screen has been frozen. Yeah, cancel. Uh, Foot Nation, we're running through some technical difficulties. Okay, we're fine. How do you feel about? No, I don't really think that's me. Uh, have you ever felt attracted to someone of the same gender? Yeah, but everyone has, right? That's kind of like this feels like when I select this, it feels like I'm coping. It's like, yeah, but like that's the thing that everybody does, right? Like, dude, like I'm not the only gay person. Everybody's a little queer. A little Weezer reference for you. How do you feel about dating someone of the opposite gender? Yeah, yeah, I'd do that. Do you ever fantasize about being with someone of the same gender? Yes, but I'm not sure to actually end up. Yeah, okay. So this is me. They understand me. When you imagine kissing or being intimate with your future partner, how do you feel? Uh, yeah, it sounds pretty. It sounds pretty great. What? If you scroll through your feed or FYP, do you see content from Queer Correct? Yep, you got me. What is it? Bro, you can be straight and like watch James Charles and fucking Gordon Ramsay and shit and other gay people. Yes, but I've only okay, I guess it depends on the day. Flash forward 5 years, how likely is it that your partner is the same gender as you? Okay, not very likely. Not very likely at all, to be honest. Are you comfortable using the LGBT gaming app? Okay, funny story. I installed Bumble for like a week just to see how it is. I was just experimenting, and for the first couple of days, I opened it from both men and women. And the things that these men would say to me would deeply disgust me. And first of all, the volume of men that were attracted to me as opposed to the volume of women, I think I at some point I exited out and I closed my profile to where it was only like women and non-binary people, and I closed out all the men. And it was like I had like 100 likes, and it went down when I deselected the men to like 20 likes. So, but there is like definitely some dudes where it's like you're like feminine enough to where like you're cool, or like you're cool enough to be cool to me, and I would want to get to know you. But it's like again, I would never imagine a future with you in the same way that I do with women. Uh, I'm opening to give one a try. But not anymore, really. I'm just gonna say no, that makes me uncomfortable. It doesn't make me it kind of does. It kind of does. Okay. Other love LGBTQ. I have a lot of friends. So, yeah, a lot of my friends, my entire friend group is straight. I have a few I have they're not like super main though. I know a lot of lesbians. I know a lot of L. I know a lot of the L and the B and some of the T, but I don't want to know a lot of the G and Q. I know a lot of the L, and I know some of the T. I know a good bit of the B. Most of the B's I know are still just mainly straight, just acknowledge your attraction for the same gender. I know a lot of lesbians. I'm just gonna say a few good friends of mine. Yeah. What inspired me to take this quiz? I'm curious. I want to confirm that I'm a heterosexual. Dude, I would love to see the people who said this, what they got, and their reaction to it, because that's like really funny. Identify with this is probably me. This is probably me. Okay, just give me my result. Download what? What are you trying to make me download? This is you're probably straight. Well, you heard it here, folks. Foot Sniffer 61 is probably straight. It sounds like you're into people of the opposite sex and you don't really relate. Still, here's one thing you have common is you deserve for love and yes, yes. Okay, that was pretty fun. Let's take another quiz. Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz this time. All right. Choose your color. Is this? Are we dead ass? Well, I'm gonna pick pink, and it's gonna give me gay. Out of these colors, I really like yellow. Been a quite a big fan of yellow recently. Oh, I have to scroll. Pick your favorite Beyonce song. But all of these are just gonna like. Okay, to be honest, I'm not. Okay. Out of all of these, probably Crazy in Love. But these isn't. One thing about gay men is that they usually have bad music taste, and they don't like good music. That's something I noticed. But bisexual men, lesbians, and what? Do you enjoy consensual sexual, I would hope consensual experiences or feel an attraction to members of the same sex? Let's stop this quiz. Let's end this video. Foot Nation, I hope you enjoyed. Peace.